The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
From Cardinal Stadium on the campus of Greenwich High School, this is the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 state playoffs. Boys lacrosse coming up on the network as we get set to see the number 8 Greenwich Cardinals hosting the number 9 Staples Wreckers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Renito and Kevin Coleman standing up in the press box this afternoon. And Kev, we've got one of the most intriguing first-round matchups here featuring two FCIAC schools.
It's only fitting that these two rivals here in the FCIAC meet each other in the state playoffs here. It's a beautiful afternoon, too, for lacrosse. And, you know, these two teams have been so back and forth this season, and it's been a fun matchup between these two schools. And this is a Staples team that I don't think Greenwich can take very lightly.
It will be a lot of fun for sure. We step aside one time. We'll be back with the opening face-off right after this.
Banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, Frank Renito and Kevin Coleman getting set for the opening face-off of the first round in the Class L Boys Lacrosse State Tournament. Number 8 Greenwich, number 9 Staples. Kevin, the first time these two teams met back on April 18th, it was a 7-6 Cardinals win. For the visiting Wreckers, what has to go differently this afternoon if they want to come out on top and advance to the next round?
They have to be great in the face-off circle. And they're going up against who I think is arguably one of the best players who, you know, use that face-off X this year for the Greenwich Cardinals, and that's Bailey Savio. I think he's been so strong all season long, and a big reason why Greenwich got to where they were this season. Unfortunately, falling in the playoffs, they were hoping to get past Ridgefield and, you know, get a crack at Darien in the final, but that wasn't the case. It was a great game. I thought Greenwich played really strong out early, and, you know, got some great goals from Jack Fita. That's another player that the Staples Wreckers have to look out for. And I think they just have to play discipline, but this is where it comes down to in the face-off X right here. They need to be strong this afternoon.
And in the face-off X, it is the present in Bailey Savio wearing the white jersey and red shorts. He is a senior and, as Kevin mentioned, one of the top face-off men in this conference. On the other side, it is the future, the freshman Dash Sachs, wearing number 36 of the all-blue for the Wreckers. As they get down into position, officials will line them up, and we are set to get underway from Cardinal Stadium as Sachs controls the first draw. Quickly up ahead. Sends over to the left side with Zinn. And they will set it up.
And what a big face-off win for the Staples Wreckers and for Dash Sachs. That's a big-time face-off win. If they can continue doing that all afternoon long, they can get good possessions like this, work in a shot. It's something big that Staples has to do all afternoon long here is win the face-offs and get long possessions.
As it is the Wreckers moving from left to right on your screen, starting up here. Ziggy Hallgarten has possession with it now. Looking at dodge from behind the cage. Trying to find help. Couldn't get a clean pass off. And Tanner Wood cannot keep this one in as it squirts out of bounds.
And the Greenwich defense has really stepped up down the stretch. You know, we mentioned that tough exit of the FCIAC playoffs, but how about JT Lawrence all season long? He's been huge for the Greenwich Cardinals, donning the number 3. That's a player to look out for. He's definitely going to be guarding up on Tanner Wood a lot this afternoon. That's a good matchup in this game.
Here's Jack O'Connor with it. Up top now for Zach Tucker. Over to Lance Large. We saw the Cardinals in the FCIAC semifinals. They fell 10-7 to the Richfield Tigers, who just didn't have enough power offensively to keep up with Darien. The winner of this contest, Kevin, we'll see most likely again on Saturday from Darien, assuming the Wave is able to handle Connard as Large takes a shot on the run that misses wide to the left of the cage.
We'll have to keep an eye on that game. Or so you can follow all the Lacs on Twitter at hashtag CTBLacs, CT Boys Lacs, I should say.
If I said over under 14 for that Darien first round game, how much do you think they win by?
How many goals or how much they're going to win by?
Over under a 14 goal difference.
Over.
That's crazy. You're not wrong. I'd be right there with you. It's so impressive. But I tell you what, I think both these teams at this point in time now could give Darien a lot of trouble.
And these two teams, speak about Darien, their rival, New Canaan, these two teams gave New Canaan a lot of trouble during the regular season. No, Greenwich didn't play them, but Staples, I thought, played excellent. You talk about that double overtime, tough loss that they had to New Canaan, double overtime. There were a couple of great chances for Staples to win that game, but they just fell short.
As quick ball movement here and a stop made by Matt Garber, but he turns it over, quickly turning around, unable to get a shot off. Let's see what the call is. As it looks like Muir stepped into the crease, so a big start for Garber. At the other end, we will see Andrew Triscari playing in between the pipes for the Cardinals.
I think both goalies have had strong seasons. Talking about Garber, this is a Staples lacrosse program on all cylinders, boys and girls. I think this is a program that's up and coming. But for Triscari, I think he's had a great season, a great comeback season as well.
As we get a whistle here, the Wreckers are offside, so it's turned back over to Greenwich. I think you're looking at two goalies who are in a fight for that number 4 spot in the conference right now, potentially even moving up into their futures. I think there's no denying that Ryan Cornell is the top goalie in this league as he's finishing out his senior season. I was a huge fan of what we saw from Andrew Calabrese in this FCIAC tournament last week. And I struggle going against Drew Morris in that top 3 despite what many would say was an underachieving year for the young man. But these two, Triscari, Garber, not far behind, and, of course, Dan Parson. And Ridgefield is another name that's in that conversation as well. There
are some great goalies in this conference. You mentioned those, but there are plenty more as well. And I think a lot of these programs, not just the Dariens and New Canaans and Richfields and Greenwiches, but I think you look at Staples, you look at some of these other schools, Norwalks, you look at around the board, I think you're starting to see the growth. And it's a long process, but I think you're starting to see Staples really get there. The girls program, how about them? They beat Richfield in the first round of states.
Was a shot blocked this time with Ryan Fincher charging out from the defensive position. Makes its way back, and avoiding trouble there is Sakara. That's James Sakara. Up ahead for Billy Hutchinson. Senior captain with it, looking for help, and a timeout taken by Coach McNulty as he wants to set it up with a little bit of time left on the man advantage. 8:09 remaining in the first quarter. We are scoreless in the first round of states from Greenwich on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back in Greenwich at Cardinals Stadium. A 0-0 first round state matchup with 8:09 remaining in the first quarter. Frank Renito and Kevin Coleman on the HAN Network. We've had a bit of a slow start here from these two familiar foes.
Greenwich has had some good looks, so some great saves early on by Matt Garber of the Staples Wreckers.
Staples is back to even strength now. And looking to get it going offensively. As Pat Sakara couldn't get a shot off there. They try to feed one inside, but Bidgood couldn't control it. Triscari vacates the crease. He's up around the 30-yard line and now retreats back. Then hands one to Holden Teedy.
You know, so much of the lacrosse game now is, can your goalie be this mobile around the net and be able to step out?
As Greenwich in a little bit of trouble on the clear. They'll take a timeout. Coach Lutt's going to draw up a play. We'll see what it is when we get back on the HAN Network.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
So back out of another timeout. Each team with one remaining now in the first half. There's a lob pass up ahead for Tucker. Comes back over to Peters, who had to go down and dig that one out of the dirt. A very patient pace early on here, Kevin. If you remember back in the regular season, there was much of the same in that 7-6 contest between these two teams.
It was a very tight contest, and it came down to the very last minute that Greenwich got that game-winning goal. And these two teams are pretty similar in ways. They have some great attackmen, some solid defenders, and a great goalie. And both sides have a little bit of both. Good depth, too. But you have those big names, too, that can help. You see Blake Runkle right here, one of the good defenders here for Staples.
As Addison Muir was trying to step around him, and now a race for possession. And it is controlled by Greenwich as Bogger closest to the sideline when that one crossed.
Bogger's got to have a big game as well as Veda. The two of them look sharp against Richfield in the semifinal.
Here's Muir working to his left. Guarded tightly by Runkle. Up top to Peters. Calling for it on the left is Tucker. He hands right back. Peters with a head of steam. Trying to open up for the big shot, and the skip pass goes to Muir. Passing in front, and Bogger able to convert on the one-timer opportunity. What a look from Muir behind the cage.
Great look inside by Addison Muir. Great pass. And that happened all so fast, too. Bang, bang play. A great look inside. Bogger with the great finish. Tucks it right by Garber. That's a beautiful goal to start it out here.
Perfect execution from the Cardinals. They strike first at home, and it is a 1-0 Greenwich lead. How about the athletic ability of Bogger, though, to catch that one midair and get the shot off before he even landed.
It was all in one motion, it seemed like. Great job by Bogger there. You're right. Great athletic move. There's Bailey Sevilla. That's what he's done best all season long, but it comes down to ground balls, too.
As it is slowed down now up top, the Cardinals able to reset. We have split draws here, one for the Wreckers and one for the Cardinals, with 5:15 to go. Bogger the goal, Muir the assist at 6:13 of the first, and it is 1-0. Big Red.
You know, considering the weather we've had all weekend long, especially during the holiday weekend and early parts of the week, it's nice to have a nice day like this. Good weather for lacrosse. Looks like we're going to have a similar day tomorrow.
Especially after the fact that we were battling showers this morning, as Hutchinson put that one on the floor momentarily, but then the big check there as he de-sticked Jack Vita. Tucker to Bogger. Skip across, and O'Connor lets a blast go. That one got blocked out in front as Hutchinson is shaken up. O'Connor's able to get free, and a huge save by Garber to bail him out of trouble. Runkle with it, trying to get it to the goalkeeper, and finally can place it down in the crease for Garber to play up ahead. As Hutchinson is going to head over to the bench. He was shaken up after blocking that shot, and a missed opportunity for O'Connor, who was unguarded on the side of the cage.
Yeah, great look there by Sequeira for the Staples Wreckers. Great save by Garber, though, on Jack O'Connor, who I thought had a great open look. Great save. And right now it seems like Greenwich isn't afraid to shoot right now from distance. And if I'm Greenwich, I'm going to continue to put shots on here. It's going to be an offsides.
This time it is on Greenwich. And now a flag comes flying out. They're going to get Lance Large here, Kevin. I think this is going to be a delay of game unsportsmanlike. It was the way he threw that ball down, and it was trying to slow up the Wreckers from resetting. So that's an unfortunate and just uncharacteristic error there from Large, as the mental mistake is going to give the Wreckers a great opportunity with 3:36 to go. They are still yet to have a shot on goal here, though.
You're right, and it's a mental mistake. That's the key word, I think, for Lance Large and the Greenwich Cardinals. You can't have these mental lapses like this, especially in a state playoff game against one of your big rivals here in the FCIAC, who you've drawn up against in the first round. You just have to be, stay disciplined.
As this one opens up for the big blast, and it is Max Lonergan who powers one past Triscari, and we are tied at 1.
And those are the kind of shots I'd like to see Staples take for the remainder of the game. Don't be afraid to shoot here. You know, Triscari's having a great year for the Cardinals. A great shot by Lonergan. He knots things up.
You mentioned the weather tomorrow, Kev. It is worth note. We will see both of these schools at the FCIAC Championship for golf. They have both clinched spots in the top 4. So the best players from these high schools will be a part of that prestigious last pairing. And the number 1s go off. Greenwich, the only undefeated team in the conference this season. Staples had a loss and a tie along the way. It's up top. Tucker, bounce shot, and it goes.
Zach Tucker, a big-time goal after coming off a great FCIAC semifinal performance. Comes up with a nice goal here. You see that shot. He hits the turf and it bounces up. Those are the kind of shots, too, that you like to take, especially on a day like this. Seems like the ball's going to bounce a little bit more on the turf.
One that Garber probably wants back. The Cardinals quickly respond just 26 seconds later, and they are back on top now 2-1.
I tell you, those kind of shots give goalies nightmares. Those are not easy to save. You see another face-off win in the X by Sevilla.
They're going to have Sevilla just move back and reset. The Cardinals back on it again. Peters with a big shot, and Garber makes the save that time.
That's a great look for the Greenwich Cardinals. Caught the Staples defender sleeping there. Great look and another great save by Garber.
Brandon Adrian with it now, behind the cage, and it's controlled by Big Good. Skip pass up to Sakara, trying to buy time and space. You can give a short handoff here to Tanner Wood.
Tanner Wood's got to get going this afternoon, too. Staples Wreckers want to move on. He's got to get going.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. First round of the state tournament from Greenwich High. Sakara hands one back, and Ethan Berger with it now. Again to Pat Sakara.
Oh, Big Good was wide open in the middle there.
Tanner Wood behind the cage. They can't force it inside, and now Berger's got to run it down before it hits the Greenwich sideline. Sakara, right side of the net, looking for help. Good defense here from the Cardinals. Staples doing everything they can to get to a high scoring area, but that is not happening right now as Zinn trying to power through. Bounce shot down low, and they get one on the opposite end.
Wow, what a rip there by Evan Zinn. Goes top shelf, far corner. Gets it by Triscari. Nice rip.
With a minute and 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we are tied up at 2.
And I think a lot of people would have expected this kind of start. Both teams playing tight defensively. 2-2 game. And they're so evenly matched up. It's not surprising that right now, as we approach the end of the first quarter, things are knotted up.
Sachs and Sevilla get on the draw, and this is a clean win for the senior Bailey Sevilla, who lets a shot go that's off target. Greenwich maintains possession with 1:05 remaining in the first. Top with it is Tucker. Now Peters. Bogger from the short side, and he beats Garber through the 5-hole.
Nice rip by Bauger there, second of the afternoon. And he catches Garber sleeping there, goes 5-hole. And again, looks like Greenwich isn't really afraid to shoot right now from distance, and right now they're on target. Great goal for the Cardinals.
And I think what's giving them these looks is the zone defense from the Wreckers. And they're going to try to force them out of it with these shots. Garber just not quick enough to get the stick between the legs that time. Jackson Peters gets credit for an assist and another draw control by Sevilla here as a bounce pass finds its way to Muir. Pass out to Fida, who couldn't control that one, but Muir's on the ground ball with 23 to play.
Sevilla just been an animal these last 6 minutes or so in the face-off X.
It's Bagger again with a shot, and that one's fought off the elbow by Garber. 10 seconds left to play. Fida's on it. Trying to spin back towards the middle. Lets a shot go here, and another save made by Garber. Will they be able to get off a shot? No, the quarter will come to an end. Back and forth at both ends of the field. It is a 3-2 Cardinals lead on the HAN network.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through June 30th.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians' news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
We are back on the HAN network getting ready for the second quarter of action here at Greenwich. The Cardinals with a 3-2 lead, thanks in part to 2 goals from Matt Bagger. Zach Tucker with the third, sandwiched in between those Bagger goals. And scoring for the Wreckers were Lonergan and Zinn. In that first quarter, I thought we saw a very balanced first quarter, Kev. Both teams really playing to their strengths, and that was the defense.
Yeah, balance is a key word for that first quarter. I thought both sides played well. A little bit of a slow start, though. You talk about Staples getting that first face-off win. It looked like Dash Sachs was going to have a nice day, but so far Bailey Sevilla is back to his normal ways. Actually being extra aggressive in the face-off X, winning some big face-offs, and that's why Greenwich has the lead right now. They actually had a great look, too, Frank. If you remember, right before the end of the first quarter, right before the buzzer sounded, they had a great look. And right now it's the turnovers for Staples that's hurting them here offensively.
As quickly up ahead, here is JT Lawrence with it on the offensive side of the field. Plays along for Addison Muir, who retreats behind the cage. Circles back before he gets to X. But now, cuts all the way across. Couple of stutter steps here as he circles around the cage. Wanted to turn to that right hand to get a shot off, but instead comes back, and a blast by O'Connor sails over the top.
You saw that idea that Muir had, but Blake Runkle shut it down. A good look by O'Connor. Just goes a little too wider than that there, but a good look for the Greenwich Cardinals. Again, not afraid to shoot early on, which is a good sign.
There's Tucker with it. Over to Fida and back to Tucker again as now the ball quickly moving around the Cardinal perimeter. Greenwich has not trailed in the game yet. This one will not have enough steam on it to get to midfield. O'Connor settled it down. Tucker resets the offense. Guarded there by James Sakara. So you see that little zone man look as O'Connor was trying to find the soft spot in between defenders. Back for Fida. He took a check up high, and a flag comes flying out. This will be our first penalty of the afternoon against the Wreckers.
You see Billy Hutchinson not happy with that call, and the key captains here for the Staples Wreckers. But it looks like this foul is going to be on Brandon Adrian, number 19 of the Wreckers. He'll take a kneel.
I thought it was the right call. It was a check with the hands, maybe even the butt end of the stick up around the head. It's just an automatic call every time. So frustrating for the Wreckers when you think about how the Cardinals had put it on the turf and you had an opportunity to clear, but now extended possession with a man advantage, and we'll see what Big Red can do. As a pass up high, feed it a quick shot to the left side of the cage, and that one makes it 4-2.
And Frank, I don't know if you could hear it, but you could hear Coach Bobby Lutz. As soon as Fida got it in the pocket, you could hear him say, "Rip it, rip it." And Fida gets a nice shot in. Beautiful finish. He gets it by Matt Bauger.
That is his 17th goal in the last 4 games.
I mean, he's been playing lights out. He had a great game against Richfield in that FCIAC semifinal loss. He's been really strong, especially down the later part of the season, too. He's really come on and played really well offensively for the Greenwich Cardinals.
As Sachs and Sevilla get tangled up here, they're going to redo this one as the sticks were stuck together. So 10:05 to go. It is a 4-2 lead now. Both players are getting the ball on that draw. Sevilla the first back to the center point of the Cardinal head as 1 too tall for Fida. So a wasted opportunity. And now the Wreckers will look to chip away at this 2-goal deficit.
That's a bad turnover there for the Greenwich Cardinals. And how about Dash Sachs? I thought that was a great opportunity for him to win that faceoff. As you're right, both players kind of exited the faceoff circle without the ball, but Sevilla again, another big faceoff win.
Well, it looked as though he had gotten the better of Sevilla just because Bailey thought he had won that clean, was off the other way. Dash Sachs, just assuming that was the case, had left the ball there when it was under his stick as a flag out here. And now the Cardinals going to serve as Sevilla is heading towards the box.
Staples catches a break here. This is a big opportunity for them to get a goal here in the second quarter. Yet to have a shot on net.
9:20 remaining. First offensive possession in the quarter for the Wreckers. As they work it around up top. A lot of options for shooting here. That's Sakara circling back and forth behind the cage. Zinn. Biggood. Again, they slow it down. Cutting towards the front, wanting a pass that time was Tanner Wood. Didn't get it. It's up top with Evan Zinn now. Forces one inside. It's caught, and Biggood's on the board. Huge goal and an answer from the junior.
And that is a big goal for Staples because that's they've finally been able to get inside there in that middle part in front of the crease that's been blocked off by the Cardinals defense. They finally get a pass into Bidgood, who's been wanting to get that pass so far in this first half. Finally gets it and gets his first goal of the afternoon.
It took over 6 minutes in the first quarter for someone to score their first goal. We've now had 2 in the first 3. In quarter number 2. as it is Sachs and Sevilla again, and this time Sevilla does have possession. Quickly up ahead. He lets a shot go, unable to answer. Took just 6 seconds, Kevin, and we are back to a 2-goal game.
That's why he's been so strong for the Greenwich Cardinals all season long. Wins another faceoff, sprints down the field, fires one into the turf and bounces up. Another one gets by Garber.
That's so frustrating for Staples. Able to get one back, had it working offensively. Maybe momentarily you slow down momentum. Just like that, everything going back the Cardinals' way. Is this a better battle in the circle? And Hutchinson comes away with a ground ball, and Staples is able to get back on the attack.
Nice job by Dash Sachs there, just to be able to poke that one away at least from Sevilla. And Hutchinson gets that ground ball. You're right, that's big face-off win in the X for the Wreckers. And still, Frank, we have yet to see Tanner Wood really get going here.
With 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 5-3, Greenwich advantage. Wood, a future member of the Syracuse Orange. I'd love to find a way onto the score sheet. The pass out in front here. Scooped up down low. Ziggy Hallgarten, the senior, with a big play for the Wreckers.
Ziggy, nice job cutting through the middle. Finds himself open. And Staples really looking inside that, right in front of the crease area, and they get another goal like that. Right now you're seeing the Greenwich defense all kind of come together here. See if they can map something out and try and stop that from happening.
So 5-4, again the lead down to 1. And again, Sevilla controlling a draw. Up top, and now the Cardinals back onto the attack. As O'Connor gains the box, hands over for Muir, pitches one back to Tucker. The Cardinals in no rush offensively.
And they don't need to be. They can kill a lot of clock here and really get something going.
That shot was deflected out in front. Hutchinson collects the ground ball, plays over to Garber. Tough to see who it hit, as it had to go through a crowd of both Wreckers and Cardinals.
Again, you got to credit Hutchinson there for getting that ground ball. And a bad turnover here.
How about the ability by Bogger as he's quickly up ahead. Going to let the low shot go. Kicked aside by Garber with the right cleat.
Kick, save, and beauty. Isn't that what they call it there, Frank? What a save by Garber. Oh, my goodness.
And then an errant pass out of the stick of Brandon Adrian, and it's given away to Greenwich. But how about the hops on young Bogger? Getting up to rob the pass, coming up ahead. Garber sprinting back into position.
And I think that's a big part of it. Garber had to sprint all the way back there. And finally, you're seeing a late flag here by the referee here, Frank.
Slipping through traffic, and a shot on the short side missed as Truman Imbo was trying to go coast to coast.
You can see Zach Tucker, one of the attackmen for Greenwich Cardinals, by midfield, putting his arms way up. Not happy about that call and was looking for the flag and finally got it.
Big Good is going to be called offside. I think fans and Imbo would have liked the slash, but either way, it's a player in the box for Staples and a man advantage for Greenwich.
I think right now both teams looking forward, I think they need to fix their discipline a little bit. A little sloppy here in the second quarter. And if you're going to go on to the next round, you have to fix these type of errors. Because teams like Darien and teams that you're looming against in the future are going to take advantage of penalties like this.
As the Cardinals go to work with the man advantage. Bagger, Tucker, O'Connor. Behind the net. Controlling there was Muir. Standing out in front is Joe Dowling. No Fito with this group. He's been essentially taken out of the play up at midfield as O'Connor a bounce shot here, and Garber makes the save. Now up ahead with number come the Wreckers. One pass, two to the front of the net, score! It is Dobson Cooper. Off the feed from Sakara, who got it from Big Good. Perfect transition execution, and we are tied at 5.
Well, how about the goal scored by Cooper? I mean, the transition was beautiful, but all in one motion. Has to leap up in the air. The pass is a little high, but he's still able to get it in. We're tied up. Great second quarter here by Staples Wreckers.
Did a very good job as well avoiding falling into that crease. So Sachs and Sevilla have been pretty balanced so far, but Sevilla earning a late advantage in this half. As he rolls one back to Lawrence, over to Lance Large, and Greenwich will set up again with 5:15 remaining in the half. First round of the Class L CIAC Boys Lacrosse Tournament. A winner will play against the winner of Darien and Conard at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Should Darien lose and Conard advance, as a shot fired down low here. Bagger with a hat trick. Cardinals back on top.
What a filthy move there. A little hop step. Gets by his defender, aims low, and gets that nice shot in. Past Garber. So far early on. Great start for the Greenwich Cardinals here. And Bauger, what a great start here. 3 goals, hat trick.
You had to figure coming into this that the Wreckers were not going to allow themselves to be beat by Jack Fita. They've kept him in check, just 1 goal to this point, but Matt Bagger has been a weapon offensively.
And that's what happens when you focus your attention on that one player. You leave someone like Bauger, who's equally just as good and having a great season. He's able to find the net for a 3rd time. You leave those players open. Greenwich, a tough team to be able to do that against. As good as defensively Staples has been at times this season, it's too difficult to be able to guard Jack Fita, and Bauger's just been just as good too.
4:30 to go, and the Cardinals an opportunity for their second 2-goal lead of the game. As 2 Cardinals collide. And a good job by the 3rd member of the flock, Tucker, coming in to collect the ground ball and maintain possession. And Tucker with it, looking for help, and Muir's behind the cage. Staples committed to this little zone matchup here.
I think Greenwich has been the best team right now on the ground ball. Just winning that battle right now.
As O'Connor with time and space lets a big rip go. Did not miss by much.
O'Connor early on really not afraid to shoot here. Another good rip by him. He's hungry for a goal. He hasn't had one yet, but he's looking for one.
Fita lost possession momentarily, trying to come up with the ground ball. It's kicked and shoveled around and finds its way into the crease with Garber. Surveying his options as he walks up 15 yards. Comes to the near side with Donnie Marcalsu. Up ahead, and Tanner Wood quickly gains midfield. Finds Big Good, and the Wreckers will set up with 3:05 to go, trailing by 1. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow at Fairchild Wheeler Municipal Course in Fairfield. As there's Tanner Wood picking up his first of the afternoon. Too strong on the take-around. Gets an angle, and he beats Priscari to tie this one up at 6.
That's the vintage Tanner Wood I would like to see there. Using that speed, using the wraparound. Great finish.
It was a 7-6 Cardinal win the first time these two teams met. I get the feeling we will see more offensive output from both these teams today with the way this first half has gone.
I think the second half, they're going to really kick it up. You know, Greenwich, like we mentioned, not afraid to shoot. They're hungry. Another big win for Seville.
And he just missed there as Fida able to collect the rebound. He tries to come all the way around, and he gets the wrap around to go. What a play by the sophomore.
Like we said, only a sophomore. What a great finish there from Fida. Getting fancy on us there. Nice shot. Nice finish.
So 7-6, the Cardinals lead.
And you got to credit the Cardinals because every time I feel like Staples has scored, they've been able to respond and get back that lead very quickly.
As again, Seville winning a draw away from Sachs. Connor waits for the rest of his offensive unit to get set. This, what could be a very big possession for Greenwich. With 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Tucker towards his left. O'Connor catch and shoot, and Garber read it all the way, making the stick save up high.
Great save by Garber. And a great look again by Jack O'Connor.
As that one could not be controlled by Donnie Macaluso. Turned right back over to the Cardinals, and you talked about it, Kev, as Bogger was freed up momentarily for the shot, but shovels one back to Large instead. Turnovers have been the Achilles heel of the Wreckers in this first half.
And again, that's by far one of the worst turnovers they've had. They've had some bad turnovers, but that's one you can't make.
As Muir, the turnaround shot from the short side, did not miss by much.
You're just giving the opposition free opportunities right now, especially late in the first half.
There's a little chicanery here from the Cardinals. Short pass inside. Bogger to the front of the net, down low. Big save by Garber.
What a move by Bogger, though. A great look for the Greenwich Cardinals.
That's not good. Empty net opportunity. Couldn't get it to go. How about Runkle standing in between the pipes? He tried to headbutt one away.
You can see Fida trying to plead his case to the referee. Trying to see if he can get that call, but he didn't get it. But again, great look for the Greenwich Cardinals. Another bad turnover for the Staples Wreckers here.
Under a minute to play in the half. Tucker instructing the offense to slow it down. And flags come flying out. They need to keep this in the box with 34 seconds remaining as the ball hits the turf, so the flag now enforced. As we'll see who takes a knee. Looks like Cole Brockwell. No, that is Big Good who's going to serve. Unsportsmanlike penalty. As Coach McNulty's Wreckers now need to find a way to hold for these final 34 seconds, Kev.
Again, another bad penalty here for the Staples Wreckers. Can't have mental lapses like this.
As that one just squirts out of Bogger's stick.
And you really can't turn it over here for the Staples Wreckers.
Garber collects in the crease, and now the Wreckers, with 10 seconds remaining, just need to find a way to run out the half. Looks like they took too long. No. Timeout taken by Coach McNulty with 8.3 to go. You saw Garber just trying to throw that one down to the other end. Not the worst idea, really, if you're going into the half, 7-6. That's best case scenario. Unlikely you're going to get a goal here. A man down and having to go into the length of the field.
No, it's not a bad idea at all. In Staples' case, you just want to kill the clock. You just want to go and get out of this half while you can, because right then you could see Greenwich was using a lot of their momentum there. They're getting some great looks on net. So if you're Staples Wreckers, that's all you want to do. Just get the ball away, kill as much clock, and let the clock wind down to the end of the half.
Make sure that you stay with us during halftime. We will go back to our Shelton studios for an HAN in-game news update with our own Kate Japlensky. Of course, Kate, the host of Coffee Break, mornings at 11 a.m. on the HAN network. She will be live on the patio above the 18th tomorrow morning. That'll be very exciting. I've got a good feeling I could get the weather right for at least tomorrow, getting to do it outside. I think I can get the weather in the moment right tomorrow.
Okay. How about the rest of the weekend?
No promises. As this one up ahead, trying to snag it out of midair with one hand was Zinn. A timeout was called by the Cardinals. We'll see how much time they want to put back on the clock. Shouldn't be any more than 2.6.
I was going to say, shouldn't be any more than, I was going to say 2.5, even just 2 seconds, really. It looks like that's what they're going to put back on, 2 seconds. So they're going to fix that clock. Takes a little bit of an adjustment there. And it looks like it's going to say exactly at 2 seconds, but not a lot of time to work in a shot there, but it looks like they're going to try and draw something up here.
You'll have a ball at midfield, and I guess it's just going to be a matter of, can you get a shot on target, maybe get a screen or some kind of a redirect on the way there.
Stranger things have happened, but we have seen some crazy goals in lacrosse that have fallen in under 5 seconds before, and this is going to be interesting. And you see Jack O'Connor's going to start with it, and he's ripped his shots. He's let the cannon loose here in this first half.
Billy Hutchinson not afraid to give up the body as this one sails wide left, and the half will come to an end. The Cardinals struck first. They hold a 1-goal lead, 7-6 as we head to the break. Let's go back to Shelton now with Kate for an HAN News Update.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the latest local news on Wednesday, May 31st. Westport police charged 2 suspects in a smash and grab following a pursuit on I-95. On Monday afternoon, Westport officers responded to 1790 Post Road East at Stop and Shop on a report from a witness who observed 2 Hispanic males smash the window of a vehicle in the lot, remove a purse, and leave the scene in a gray BMW sedan. Westport dispatchers advised surrounding towns of the suspects and learned that the state police were also looking for the same suspects from a smash and grab at a motor vehicle in the Fairfield rest area. A short time later, Westport officer Thomas Casimiro observed the vehicle traveling into Fairfield. The vehicle sped away from the officer and a pursuit began on I-95 northbound. As speeds became dangerous, that pursuit was terminated. However, near exit 23, officers located the stolen purse, and a short time later, Bridgeport police units located the vehicle and apprehended 2 individuals standing near it. The suspects, identified as 35-year-old Hector Rivera of Stratford and 39-year-old Morgan Crosley of Bridgeport, were confirmed by police as the Westport suspects. Both were taken into custody and transported to Westport Police Headquarters and faced multiple charges. And a woman who delivered what Greenwich police call a threatening note to a group of Greenwich High School students back on March 31st was arrested over the weekend. The Greenwich Time reports that 40-year-old Latoya Forbes of Brookside Drive in Greenwich was charged Saturday with threatening, risk of injury to a minor, criminal trespass, and breach of peace. According to police, Forbes has previous encounters with several students at the school. She gave a note to a student, which caused alarm, police said. The content of the note was not revealed by authorities, but they did say it was rambling in nature. Forbes has no direct connection to the high school. Police said she came to the school grounds without permission, leading to that trespass charge. And in other news, racist graffiti was discovered in Darien over the Memorial Day weekend. On May 27th, a resident reported that a large swastika and racial slur had been etched onto the tennis courts at Weed Beach in chalk. Police said the swastika was approximately 18 inches high and 18 inches wide, while the slur was written about 3 feet wide. Officers were able to immediately erase the chalk markings and no permanent damage was done to the property. Officers do not have any suspects at this time, but are seeking witnesses or evidence connected to that incident. And finally, Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards and his wife, Patty Hansen, will be leaving a mark on Ridgefield in a big way. Weston residents announced this past weekend that they will be auctioning off antiques from their apartment in New York City's Upper East Side, with proceeds from the sale going to benefit a pair of local nonprofits, Sphere and the Prospector Theater, for the work that they do with adults who have autism. The Daily Mail first reported the news that Richard and Hansen will be donating all the auction proceeds to those Ridgefield charities. Hudson-based auctioneer Stair Galleries will handle the special event on Saturday, June 24th. Items for sale include furniture from Italy, France, and England, as well as paintings and other decorations from the Manhattan apartment. According to Stair Galleries, Hansen designed the home to be a European jewel box. Hansen's 24-year-old nephew has autism and has received services from both Sphere and the Prospector Theater. A link to the auction items and more information can be found at theridgefieldpress.com. But that does it for this in-game news update on the HAN Network. For the latest news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11 on HAN.network. This update was brought to you by Budget Blinds of Greenwich.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com, and like us on Facebook.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference.
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office. Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
At Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel, fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning freeform pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Wilton Pizza.
Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
Back at Cardinal Stadium on the HAN Network, Frank Granito and Kevin Coleman looking down on Staples and Greenwich in the first round of the CIAC Class L Boys Lacrosse Tournament, Kevin, and Greenwich a 7-6 advantage coming out of the break. One player for Staples that needs to make an impact in the second half if the Wreckers flip the script.
It's got to be Dash Sachs. He's got to be better in the face-off X, I think. But Tanner Wood, another guy who, yes, he had a goal late in the second quarter. He got himself on the stat sheet, but he's got to be better offensively. I think those two players really have to be big here in the second half.
As the opening draw, much of the same result. Quickly taken away. Good job by Billy Hutchinson to come into possession. Worked through the wrap check of JT Lawrence, and the long sticks in trouble early on.
How about that matchup? Billy Hutchinson and JT Lawrence.
Two of the best defenders in the state, and unable to get into the box in time was Sakara.
Just little mistakes like these by Staples Wreckers so far in this game have really been hurting them. Again, another opportunity for them to go on the offensive end, create something, but a turnover gives the ball back to Greenwich, and again, another great opportunity for the Cardinals, who have looked pretty strong offensively. I know they only have 7 goals, but they've been very aggressive here, especially in that first half.
Just the turnovers, they probably weren't as many as you would think, but it was the times of turnovers just right when you thought they were going to be able to slow momentum, and it gave Greenwich those extra opportunities. If you're Staples at the half, Coach McNulty's got to feel pretty lucky about that squad only being down 1 goal.
Yes, you have to be happy that your deficit's only at 1, but you have to get on your players about these turnovers. I mean, it's killing them. The mental lapses too have really hurted the Wreckers, and I think you have to get on your players for committing those mental lapses. And I think that's something that he had to have addressed. And I think they got to get plays going offensively here. You see them with the ball here on the offensive end.
And another turnover again.
And I think if you're Bobby Lutz for the Cardinals on the other end, I think you have to be very pleased with the start for the Greenwich Cardinals. I think you have to like how aggressive they are offensively. Maybe some things that they have to pick up on defensively, but so far I think you have to be pretty pleased. Greenwich Cardinals are playing pretty well here so far in this game.
As Hutchinson got tied up with Large, tripped him with the stick. He's going to go to sit, and it's another man advantage opportunity for the Cardinals.
Again, another bad turnover here for the Staples Wreckers. If they come away with this victory, they need to look back at this tape and kind of go over how they cannot commit these type of mental lapses here moving forward into the next round of the playoffs, because this just won't fly against other teams.
The winner will take on the winner of Darien and Conard in the 117 matchup. As a quick pass here, quicker shot, rebound collected. Second effort by Peters, and he missed wide. If Darien wins, that game will be at Darien High School at 3 o'clock on Saturday. We will have that game live on the network. Should Conard win, the home team would be either Greenwich or Staples. As an errant pass here, sailing back towards midfield, crosses over, and now out in transition, moving up is Cooper. Dobson Cooper with it, and the shot missed the cage wide.
What a great look and a great transition there for the Staples Wreckers. You see Dobson Cooper was looking to pass it off, but instead took a shot. And we have an out-of-town scoreboard update here, Frank. Ludlow beat Southington 4-0. Falcons are going to advance to the Class XXL quarterfinals in baseball.
A big win there. We saw Staples in baseball had a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 7th over the Warriors. Ben Kasparius was dealing a 3-hitter with 11 strikeouts. Congratulations to Ben Kasparius, who was just named the Gatorade Player of the Year for Connecticut baseball. First Wrecker to win the award.
I mean, he's just had such a phenomenal year for the Staples Wreckers, pitching-wise and even hitting-wise, too. He's had a couple dingers and just a gifted baseball player. And you talk about a red-hot Wilton team coming off an FCIAC title. That's a tough draw for them to get Staples in that first round, and you get Ben Kasparius, who is dealing right now.
Let's see what we've got here. Looks like this time the foul is going to be against Greenwich. As JT Lawrence is going to have to sit out, and that a huge opportunity now for the Wreckers, with the best defender of Greenwich sitting out with 8:36 to go in the third, trailing by 1. No matter what, cannot turn it over here on this extra man advantage.
No, you cannot. You cannot turn the ball over here. And you're right, JT Lawrence, arguably the best defender on this roster for Greenwich. He's out sitting on the sidelines now, so if you're the Wreckers, It's a big moment for you to tie this game up. You got to keep an eye on Tanner Wood, number 22 right here.
And a fired on goal. It's in. How about the look that time as Cooper able to beat Triscari for his second, and the first goal of the third goes to the Wreckers.
How about Dobson Cooper there? Fakes the pass over to Tanner Wood, who's sitting there wide open on the backside, gets the defender to bite. Fires that one by Triscari, and we are tied up.
Exactly what the doctor ordered to start this quarter. And we'll see how the Cardinals respond now. We are back even. Ahead of Sevilla controls another draw. Pass to the middle. And looking to get the shot off before he had that one in the pocket of his stick was Michael Graves. Fita splits the double team. Still being trailed by defenders. And how about that pass back to O'Connor?
Have we mentioned he's a sophomore, Frank? Kid plays like he's a senior.
As Muir stops and reverses fields, hesitates for a moment, and now has a lane to the right side of the cage. Lance Large with it. Resets back up top as the Cardinals looking to slow down offensively again.
Lance Large using that speed there. See how fast he is. He's got two defenders on him now. Drew the double team.
As Lawrence is still sitting in the box, so the Cardinals a man down. We're going to see a double team the whole time here. As O'Connor now looks to win a foot race as he's got a beat down the left sideline. O'Connor continuing to kill clock. Up high for Tucker. As he shakes past the first defender. Into the box. Resets and circles back.
Hey, if you're the Greenwich Cardinals, this is a great way to get Staples to get a little fatigued here, having to chase you around all this time.
Well, you're a man up, Kev. Are you surprised that the Wreckers have not been more aggressive trying to get back on possession before Lawrence is freed from the sin bin?
I am, but at the same time, you don't want to give up that goal to Greenwich because they've been so good offensively today. Right now you see Bogger looking to add his fourth.
As open as O'Connor, he goes down low, and they're right back on top.
O'Connor, he's finally saying, finally, gets one in after having a great first half. Got some great looks on net, but a couple, all these shots have either gone just wide or some great saves by Garber. He finally nets one in, gets his first, and a great look by Bauger, who drew two defenders, which left Jack O'Connor wide open for the rip.
6:02 to go in the third. It is an 8-7 Cardinals lead. Sachs standing up this time, seeing if this is the answer, and the Wreckers are able to come away with the ground ball. Coach McNulty. No, it was not a timeout.
You could hear them screaming timeout just to see if they can get possession, but credit the Greenwich Cardinals again.
As Lawrence, the big shot from 20 out, and it's denied by Garber. Up ahead to the short side of the field. Quickly in the middle, Hutchinson as the long stick. Left side, Cooper, and he missed the cage.
Great look there. But Bidgood was wide open on that far side of the net. Dobson Cooper decided to shoot it.
Cooper again down low. Save made by Triscari off the bounce.
Triscari silently having a great game here. Some big-time saves on the Wreckers.
Sky up for that one was Berger. Knocked it down momentarily. Staples has still not led in this game. But they're tied again, as this time it is Wood who unleashes one and can beat Triscari.
My goodness, what a shot there by Tanner Wood. Gets his second of the afternoon. Like I mentioned, you got to get him going. What a rip that was. He gets it by Triscari. Not an easy shot there. He made it look easy.
Back and forth, we continue trading blows. The 8-9 matchup of the state tournament. The winner moving on to face Darien or Conard. Of course, if Darien does win, Kev, that would be the 51st consecutive win for the Blue Wave.
And Frank, we just have another score update. New Canaan takes down Massac 18-2 in boys lacrosse.
Must watch Nutmeg today.
Telling you, I cannot see this New Canaan team going down without a fight.
Here's Tucker with it for the Cardinals. Behind the net, and it's Addison Muir. Trying to get out towards front with some space. O'Connor, Tucker, far side, Lance Large as he skies up the ladder to climb that one. Now again, Bogger on the near side, gets to the front of the cage, tried to shovel it in down low, and Garber got a piece of it. Bogger stepped into the crease, and the free reset allowed as they come to the bottom of your screen, and Harris Levy with it.
Garber again, another big-time save. Both goalies have really come up big in the clutch with some big-time saves.
Levy behind the net, working with one hand, adds a second, and now plays it along for Lonergan. Zinn's got time and space, and he goes upstairs.
Woo! What a rip by Evan Zinn. Goes top shelf on Triscari and gets that one by him. What a rip.
Beat him on the near side under the crossbar. And it is the Wreckers' first lead of the day with 3:03 to play in the third.
After a bit of a slow start here in this third quarter, the Wreckers have really stepped it up big here in these last 6 to 7 minutes or so. What a goal by Evan Zinn. My goodness.
And Sevilla wins another draw. Hands off to Muir, and the Cardinals will set up now. Not holding serve for the first time this afternoon. We'll see how they respond. Muir's looking for help. Trying to dodge here, stays on the short side to the front of the cage. He was put down to the carpet. Racing for this one is Fida. Didn't step out of bounds. They're going to call the infraction against Hutchinson. And the sophomore will reset, and I beg your pardon, that was Blake Runkle doing the defending there.
Yeah, it's a good matchup here. Fida on Runkle.
As he gets tossed again, the pass sailing towards the sideline. I'll say it was deflected. Cardinals maintain possession. Large with it. 2:05 to go in the third. 9-8, the Wreckers lead. We have seen this pace from Greenwich throughout the afternoon. There's a skip pass in front. Muir down low, and that one missed to the left of the net.
And you're right. That's the pace that we were normally seeing Greenwich play. And it's patience, but it's also being aggressive. They work the ball around. They find that empty spot. You see, they see Muir had a great look there, but just goes wide.
His feet couldn't get up high enough to get it the first time. Controlled the loose ball, and then Levy comes away with the rebound after the Garber save. Cuts back inside through 3 Cardinals. As he checks the field up ahead, and now Staples on possession with 1:20 to go in the third.
Garber again, another big-time save here.
Zinn behind the net. He had the go-ahead goal just 3 minutes ago. Final minute in the third quarter. Absent Cooper. Pitches one off. It's Tanner Wood now. Guarded there by Lawrence. Trying to spin through contact. Willing to slow it down as now there's 40 to play. Hallgarten around the net on the left wing, and it comes up top. Zinn with it.
And Zinn's going to look back at Coach McNulty right now as he gets the orders from him. And he could take a little bit of extra time here. 25 seconds. They're probably going to work for one shot here.
And he wants Holden Teedy all to himself. He's cleared everyone else out. Trying to shake past him on the right side. He's got room. Help comes from Lawrence. Now 10 seconds remaining as a pass in front. Got deflected and taken away. Teedy looking for it. Up ahead to Bogger. He's got 2 seconds. Going to have to let it go. And it will not end up on Cage. 3-1, the Wreckers outscore the Cardinals in the third. They hold a 1-goal lead. It is 9-8 as we head to the fourth on the HAN network.
Banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Fourth quarter of action coming up on the HAN network. The Wreckers a 9-8 lead over the number 8 Greenwich Cardinals. 12 minutes away from the FCIAC from the state quarterfinals. You are watching it all on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN network. We'll have a quarterfinal boys lacrosse game for you on Saturday to wrap up our spring season. Before that, though, we've got the FCIAC Championship in golf tomorrow. And the final 12 minutes of this one as Lawrence trying to come in and collect the ground ball, but Lance Large sneaks behind and pass to the near side. Quick shot, and it missed again. Addison Muir is just fighting it right now. Cannot find the net.
He's due for a goal, Frank, and I think he's going to get one, but keep shooting, keep firing on net, because right now Greenwich doing a nice job of, really getting a nice job firing shots on net, putting the pressure on Garber. So they're just going a little too wide for the frame.
We can confirm in a moment after FIDA knots us up at 9. What a look inside there from Bagger, and a great start for the sophomore as the offensive leader of this offense gets them going early on in the fourth, Kev.
Okay, it's a seesaw battle between these two teams. Great finish from the Greenwich Cardinals. They knot things up at 9. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a nice finish here at Cardinal Stadium.
Well, and we can confirm that on Saturday, we will be at Darien High School. Number 1 Blue Wave rolling again. 20-1. Kevin, their goal differential in the playoffs is now up over 60.
That's absurd.
There's a quick shot here, and just as Kevin calls it, Addison Muir onto the board.
Great finish there by Muir. He's done a great job offensively today, finding open players, getting some nice assists, being one of the key playmakers, and he finally gets on the stat sheet here, gets himself a goal. Just like that, Greenwich finds themselves back up by 1.
Staples had the lead for 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Now Greenwich back on top again. 11 minutes and 11 seconds away from heading to Darien Saturday at 3 as Sevilla wins another draw. Large in the middle. Lawrence almost faked himself out there as a pass on the left side, and Muir stopped this time by Garber. Quickly up ahead as Zinn fields this one off a hop. Got past his defender, looking for help in front, and what a save by Triscari, denying Dobson Cooper on the doorstep.
What a sequence there. Great save by Triscari, but how about the look by Staples? Great pass by Garber all the way down to Zinn. And good look for Dobson Cooper, but Triscari coming up with a clutch save.
As Bagger retreats into the end zone at the north end of the field. Walking that end line as they allow the offense to properly situate. But again, with the 1-goal lead, we don't expect them to turn up any of the pace. They've been very patient offensively. It's been working for the Redbirds. And they're getting quality scoring across the board here, Kev. Not one player in particular that has really needed to be relied on heavily this afternoon.
And that's why Greenwich has had such a great year. A lot of guys have contributed, not just the starters, but guys off the bench as well. But you see the depth that they have on offense.
As a pick called here, illegally on the Cardinals. Up ahead. Pass for the middle was completed to Hallgarten. Bounced off one tackler. Slips around the check of Lawrence, but he completely sends the yard sale out as he de-sticked him. And the ground ball back up ahead to Greenwich. Controlled at the other end momentarily. Hutchinson with it now as a little bit of helter-skelter pace at the midfield with 9:15 to go.
Greenwich giving Staples the ball back right away. Now Staples has an opportunity here to run the offense, and this is the guy you want to do it. It's Evan Zinn. He's going to try and isolate here and try and find someone open. You see Tanner Wood creeping behind the net.
Pass out in front. It got deflected, and a push here. That's going to be an easy call for the officials as Bologna sent Big Good to the floor. And it's right back to Staples. Is that one of the few mistakes and turnovers that the Cardinals have had today, Kep?
It really has been Staples who's been turning the ball over, but Greenwich, a bad penalty there. Again, gives Staples an opportunity to run the offense and try and tie this game up.
Berger with it. Senior captain shuffling to his right. Hands one back, and Cooper will have to play it off the floor. 5-second rule, so it's good to go. We play on. Cooper couldn't get a shot off as he went to switch hands. He's shoved down to the floor. Another great check here as this time it was Truman Imbo with the active stick. He had it taken away. How about the wrap check and then the body thrown? Did it stay in play? No, it's going to the Wreckers.
Good job by Bidgood there. Throwing the elbow in there, throwing the little shoulder up. Getting the body involved, taking one for the team there. Gets rewarded with possession.
Wood behind the net. Draws a short stick. Help coming immediately. Wreckers fans want a call. Nothing coming. Berger dropped it momentarily. Quickly back up and over to Hallgarten. Quick shot from a tough angle. It misses the net. Race for possession, and it stays with Berger and the Wreckers. It's a good job right now for Staples, both keeping the ball on this end of the field, and they've done well in transition, but they are not getting to any high-scoring areas right now. They are limited to behind the net and just the outside wings.
Yeah, they're trying to get it inside, but Greenwich is doing a nice job of shutting that off. Staples at times have had good looks inside, but I think that's something that defensively Greenwich wanted to fix during the halftime, and they did a nice job here in the second half of shutting that down.
As Hallgarten was calling for the pass on the back post, Triscari just baitings in on that one, and he takes it away cleanly. That's now working up ahead, looking for help. And a timeout will be taken by the Cardinals coaching staff, leading by one, 6:33 to play on the HAN network.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
We are back on the HAN network, 6:33 remaining. Off the restart, the Cardinals leading by one. Triscari, they've still got to find a way to get this into the box. Good ride so far coming from the Wreckers. We'll see if they call that push. No. That's a good no call too, as Levy just a little lean. You got to be tougher than that on your feet at this point in the season.
A bad turnover for the Greenwich Cardinals. Again, Staples getting a gift wrapped here. Another great opportunity here on the offensive end.
A bad turnover, but credit the pressure defensively. Under 6 to go. Winner takes on Darien Saturday. Zinn circling around the cage, and he had it taken away. Good job there by Luke Ayub. And again now, here comes the process of clearing the zone, but open out in the middle of the field was Noah Nicholas. He's got time and space, can gain the box. Hands off to Bogger, and now We'll see how the Cardinals handle this situation.
And you see the flag come out for the referee. It's going to be on Staples.
And it's into the box, so they're going to have to stay in there, but Bogger unable to walk the line as he was forced out that time by Ryan Fincher. Kevin, we talked a lot about the importance of faceoffs, what that matchup was going to be like. We got a stat during that last timeout, and Bailey Savio having a pretty good day.
Safe to say he's having a good day in the faceoff X. Right now, Greenwich 21-3 in the faceoff circle against Staples. My goodness. Dash Sachs, don't discredit him. He's a great faceoff guy, but man, what a stat that is, and just shows how dominant Greenwich is.
As O'Connor unloads, and he just zooms one by.
Well,
Garber.
Frank, something that we've discussed throughout this game is that he's had some great shots on net. He's got his second of the afternoon, but another big rip, and he can let it loose. And he does. What a great shot, and that's a big 2-goal cushion now for the Greenwich Cardinals.
Especially with faceoffs being nowhere near a guarantee or a luxury for the Staples Wreckers. On the other side, Bailey Savio is feeling it now, as that might have been his cleanest win of the day. Muir up top, and I would not be surprised if we saw 2 minutes try to be taken off the clock on this possession.
You see Billy Hutchinson starting to get aggressive here on defense for the Staples Wreckers. If that's the case, you may see Staples start double teaming.
As it comes over to Tucker and then O'Connor. Now Lance Large controlling there. As he works off the pick from Jackson Peters. Up for O'Connor again. Now Muir. Are you surprised, Kevin, that we are not seeing more pressure come from the Wreckers here?
A little over 3.5 to go. Not necessarily. I think once you start seeing 3 minutes, anything under 2.5, I think that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of pressure from the Greenwich Cardinals.
Now, the warning has been issued to the Cardinals. They'll have to keep it in the box here. So O'Connor goes behind the cage. Circles back to the left side. We're down to 3 minutes to play. Fido with it. Runs into some trouble and somehow escapes. He gets a pass off to Large, who lets a shot go that's wide. The flag was out, so this will stop possession with 2:52 to go. A man advantage opportunity coming for the Cardinals, and they killed 2 minutes off the clock.
Got to credit the Cardinals there. Great job just killing clock, but how about that last sequence? Fida able to escape the double team. A great pass there. Great look by Lance Large. Just goes wide of that far post. Now you said it, Frank. They get to have a man advantage here and able to kill maybe some more clock. 2:52 to go. That 2-goal cushion's looking pretty good right now. I think the big thing for them right now is to not turn this ball over.
As we are going to get a stick check here, Kevin.
Wow.
Coach McNulty is going to risk one of his final 2 timeouts to check the stick of Fida. See if he did escape that skirmish cleanly.
And I think it's a risk you're willing to take here. 252, you're down 2 goals.
You don't
At this point,
you don't have much to lose there.
Right.
And it would negate the penalty as well. And Kev, you were noticing an out-of-town score update. New Canaan falling in baseball 5-4 to number 30, Fitch. So a great start for Fitch there in the Class L tournament as Garber has vacated the crease. With the man advantage. Cardinals working it around the outside. It's Muir with it. Thought about going to the front, but comes to Bogger instead. Now Peters. Standing outside the 40-yard line is Jack Fita, so they are playing 5-on-4 down low as O'Connor couldn't control that one cleanly. Hutchinson collects the ground ball. 2:15 to go, and it's going up ahead now. Runkle with it. Life yet for the Wreckers. Evan Zinn. They've got to start to go. Zinn trying to buy time and space, and he went upstairs but missed over the top of everything.
Not a bad look by Evan Zinn there. Good look. Way to shake the defender and get a shot up.
You've got just under 2 minutes remaining, Kevin, but that is not a luxury in the eyes of the Wreckers because probably assuming you're not going to win the next faceoff.
Yeah, they got to get going here. Got to get a quick goal.
It's a pass out for Wood. He's trying to get loose for a shot here. Spinning back to the left hand, and a save made by Triscari. Flag comes out. It's on Greenwich. And now the man advantage with 1:37 remaining.
You got to give Tanner Wood a lot of credit there for at least almost triple teamed. Still able to get a shot on net, but a great save by Triscari. But now Staples has a great opportunity here. But they got to get a shot in quick with 1:37 to go, down 2.
It'll be Lonergan on the left side, up to Zinn. Now Cooper with it. Zakara, and back to Wood. Up top, Evans in the big shot, and they strike with 1:25 to go.
Big time goal for Staples there. Evan Zinn gets the hat trick. Had himself a great afternoon here. Leaving his mark for the Staples Wreckers. And this is probably the biggest face-off of the game right here. This could determine the game here.
They struck quick enough that even if they lose a draw, they'll give themselves a chance to get back on possession. But Dash Sachs, the freshman, with a huge opportunity to make a name for himself in year 1 of his Wrecker career. Sevilla trying to remain dominant after what has been a stellar senior season. The Cardinal lead is 1. Handling to his side, opportunity on the ground ball, and Levy collects. Wreckers on it, and a quick timeout taken by Coach McNulty with 1:18 left, trailing by 1. We'll be right back to the HAN Network after this.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Base Star and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
At In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Back on the HAN Network. 1:18 to play. Cardinals clinging to a 1-goal lead. The Wreckers on possession after the draw control going to Harrison Levy. And what is the message from Coach McNulty now, Kevin, coming out of that timeout?
Well, I think that's definitely a timeout where they drew a game plan up, something that they can run here, because you're going to see Evan Zinn start the possession here. He's the guy you want to start things off here. He's the playmaker. You see him hand him off to Tanner Wood.
Most importantly, you need to make sure you have someone backing up, but it doesn't matter. Dobson Cooper ties it up.
I think that's definitely the play they drew up. You see Evan Zinn starts it off, hands it off to Tanner Wood. Tanner Wood comes around that top part, finds Dobson Cooper, who finds the defense sleeping, and goes to the far side. What a rip by Dobson Cooper, who he gets a hat trick too on the afternoon.
They'd been held scoreless for 13 minutes and then able to break through with 2 in 18 seconds.
Another big face-off here in this game.
1 minute and 7 seconds remaining to settle the difference in this one, and an infraction called on Sack, so it's going back to the Cardinals.
And if you're the Greenwich Cardinals here, plenty of time. You've been able to kill off a lot of time already in this fourth quarter. Be patient, work the offense, work for that high percentage shot.
Lots of options offensively for the Cardinals. It's Muir, O'Connor, Bogger, Fida, Tucker, and Large out there on the attack. Everyone but Large has a goal this afternoon. We're down to 22 seconds remaining, and a timeout is going to be spent by Coach Lutz and the Cardinals. Again, the winner will play at Darien on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Kevin and I will be there for the quarterfinals of the boys lacrosse tournament. We've got the FCIAC Golf Championship for you tomorrow afternoon on the HAN Network. Greenwich and Staples are in the top 4 of the conference. They'll be in the afternoon pairings. Of course, we'll have highlights of the girls' tournament from the morning and some interviews with players as they finish. But before all that, we've got at least 11 seconds remaining here, possibly some pre-lacrosse for you on the HAN Network. Let's go inside both these huddles now, Kevin. Let's start with the Wreckers defensively. What are we thinking?
Well, I think they had, this is a tough part because you have so many weapons on offense for the Greenwich Cardinals that you have to stop. So you have to be able to shut down any shooting lanes. I think that's the key part. Don't let Greenwich get anything easy offensively.
And for the Cardinals, a lot of time left here. The key has got to be don't rush it, or do you think we see a quick shot? Maybe catch the Wreckers sleeping.
Well, 21 seconds, I expect to see, and I expect Bobby Lutz to say that let's work for that last shot here. Don't want to give Staples anything to work with and try and tie things up. I think you're going to see Greenwich here work for that one shot.
As Tucker beat his defender who dropped his stick. Now under 10 seconds to go. Turn around here from Muir. It missed the net. Race for possession. It's going to stay with Greenwich with 5 seconds remaining.
Still plenty of time right here. Work something in.
Bogger with a head of steam. Going to try to dodge and get to the front of the cage. He's got time and space. Lets it go. He scores!
Oh! Wow! Matt Bogger. What a finish.
The clock is on 0. The goal will count. The Cardinals are moving on to the quarterfinals.
Stunned. You saw Bogger with a lot of steam coming off, a lot of speed coming out of that timeout. 5.2 on the clock. He's able to beat his defender, and just kind of put a desperation shot on net. And Garber, who I thought had a remarkable game for the Wreckers, is not able to save that one, and Staples' season comes to an end. But what a game between these two rivals.
Just unbelievably played from start to finish. So well balanced, so phenomenal effort on both sides. But Cardinals in the end, who will soar on to FCIAC quarterfinals. Kevin, let's step aside one more time here. When we get back, we'll have the final breakdown of the 12-11 Greenwich win here on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through June 30th.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com, and like us on Facebook.
And welcome back to the HAN Network. Greenwich gets a buzzer-beating goal to beat Staples here to move on and face Darien in the Class L quarterfinals. And you see right here, Bogger able to beat his defender. What a rip on net, going near side, able to beat Garber again, just in disbelief as you see his teammates pile up against him. What a goal by Bauger. Again, a great afternoon for him for 5 goals. What a game.
And we saw it at points in time during the game. You had Cardinal players able to get a step on the Wrecker defenseman. I think it helped that he had that little bit of momentum coming back into play with him, but so confident once he got by, he knew where he wanted to go with it, and there's no denying Matt Bogger was the best player on the field this afternoon.
He was phenomenal, considering that Staples did a nice job of shutting down FIDA today. He's a threat offensively. I was just so impressed with how Greenwich was so aggressive, putting in lots of shots on net. Not a lot of them went in. Only 12 goals today, but just credit the Greenwich Cardinals say. But how about Staples able to come back, have a big third quarter, take the lead, seesaw action in the second half, and what a finish. And it's only fitting that these two teams come down to the wire.
They played to a 7-6 game the first time this year. It goes 12-11 in round 2 as the Cardinals are moving on in the state tournament. They will take on number 1 Darien Saturday afternoon from Darien High School at 3 p.m. The HAN Network will be live at the high school for the call. Kev and I are back tomorrow. We're at Fairchild Wheeler for a full day of golf. We'll have your coffee break at 11 with Kate Chaplensky. Of course, the Yankee Fisherman making an appearance as well. Cardinals 12, Wreckers 11. Kevin Coleman and Frank Benito, you have been watching the home of FCIAC Sports.